And all the good things that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done since their inception with Iron Man, one of the things that they've really crapped the bed on is what they've done with Hulk. Hulk, which was like one of the coolest characters in there. I remember I just about pissed myself and jumped out of my seat watching the Avengers for the first time. And Bruce goes, "That's the thing. I'm always angry." And then one punches that thing out, smash and look around, wrecking shop and all these alien fools. One of the greatest things is finally the Hulk we've been waiting to see. And now he attends family barbecues wearing Hawaiian shirts, and has a kid apparently with a bowl cut. That's Hulk now.
Yes.
That's Hulk. And they've kind of ruined it. Now, one of the things that has really been talked a lot about the last number of years is when can we get, or would we get, a solo Hulk film? That's been complicated, of course, by the rights issue with Universal. Universal doesn't have the rights to make a Hulk film. That's still with Marvel. But Universal has the distribution rights, which means if Marvel makes a Hulk movie, then Universal gets to be the company that distributes it instead of Disney. So that's, of course, been a problem. But that's not stopping Mark Ruffalo from still talking about the fact that he really does want a standalone Hulk film, even though he's been told not to talk about it anymore. This comes from the folks over at Screenwriter Right. Speaking to comicbook.com, the actor, Mark Ruffalo, who has played Bruce Banner / the Hulk since Marvel's The Avengers, revealed that he has, quote, been asked not to comment on Hulk's standalone future. However, he remained hopeful that Disney might one day, quote unquote, work it out, adding, "I think it could be really cool, and I've been putting a lot into what it could be to be cool. I don't know yet." So a couple things there. It also sounds like he's been actively working with people to try to develop an idea for a standalone Hulk. Here's the thing, though, and I'm really curious to know what everybody else feels about this. There are few characters that I have loved as much in the MCU as Savage Hulk. Savage Hulk is like one of the most fun things you can throw on screen. Take any movie, any MCU movie, and then drop Savage Hulk into it and see what happens. Shang-Chi is great. Suddenly at that final battle, drop Savage Hulk into it. Black Widow, the movie's all right, but drop Savage Hulk into it suddenly. See what happens. I mean, just few things. But I've always wondered can you actually truly make a movie revolving around the character? Because they've taken a couple of shots at it with varying degrees of success. But with where the character is now, because correct me if I'm wrong, but most people now, when they bring up the idea of a Hulk movie, what people really want to see is World War Hulk, right? That's mainly what people are talking about. And the MCU is just nowhere near where you could do a World War Hulk right now. Like, forget the fact that, like, we have a Hawaiian shirt barbecue attending Hulk that is nowhere near a danger to take over the world at this moment. But the state of the MCU as a whole, because the whole premise of a World War Hulk is that all the main heroes forming the Illuminati have banished Hulk off to Sakaar, which is something they've already kind of covered in Thor Ragnarok. A bomb is supposed to go off that kills his family. He comes back to Earth with an army of his own, seeking vengeance on those who he holds responsible, being all the major heroes. Being Professor X, being Reed Richards, being Namor, being Doctor Strange, being Black Panther, the Illuminati, right? Coming back to do that, blah, blah, blah. That is just a very difficult movie to do. Mm-hmm. And while I love that he still wants to see Hulk, I'll be honest with you. I have no interest in seeing a Professor Hulk movie at all. And I don't know that they're within 10 years of being able to put together a World War Hulk.
They possibly can do, if they really want to put a Hulk movie out there, maybe a Planet Hulk before Ragnarok, where they show his rise to being the top gladiator. They could do something like that. But other than that, I think World War Hulk is way too Avengers epic. Like, you'd have to get all those actors in there. It's just a tough task. Yeah, I agree. It would be a tough task to do a World War Hulk unless it was like animated.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I have no interest in seeing a prequel.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people would agree that it's like, we don't need to go back to see how he got there. I mean, because we already know how it all resolves itself and all that kind of stuff. And then you still got to deal with the Universal issue, right? So as much as I love Ruffalo's can-do spirit, I have a lot of doubts that anything like this is ever going to happen. If they could make it happen, I'd be curious, but I just don't know if they can. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Quip. Good health starts with good habits, and Quip makes forming good dental habits easy by delivering all of the oral care essentials that you need to care for your mouth. I've already told you guys about their incredible toothbrush that is now my favorite toothbrush I've ever owned, and their mints and gum are amazing. But now I want to tell you about their water flosser. It hits all the right spots with gentle or deep cleaning pressure at the touch of a button. And don't worry about recharging. The cordless rechargeable battery lasts up to 8 weeks with daily use, no bulky charger or dock or tangled cords. It blasts away up to 99.9% of plaque and popcorn from treated areas with precision thanks to the 360-degree rotating magnetic floss tip that snaps right into place. It's easy to control water flow that leaves you feeling squeaky clean. And the sleek and slim design, it keeps your countertops as clean as your teeth. So guys, if you go to getquip.com/Campea right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, and water flosser. That's 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/Campea. Spelt GETQUIP.com/Campea. Quip, the good habits company. Chris, what are you thinking about all this?
I love Mark Ruffalo so much that I want it to happen.
Yeah.
I really want it to happen for him. If you haven't watched his Hot Ones, please do. It's so good. It just came out. He eats the whole wing onto bomb. Why, Mark? Why? I think this would be really, really great if it could happen organically and in a way that doesn't feel shoehorned, right? Because we have had this build up to the kinder, gentler Hulk. We've had Professor Hulk and everything. My least favorite version of the Hulk, honestly. I think it'd be really, really awesome if we could see him just absolutely lose it and go full Savage Hulk. I just don't know how we get there from where we are right now in a way that doesn't feel, again, shoehorned. It feels like right now it's, well, we really want Planet Hulk, but we jumped a bunch of steps to get there. And going backwards is not the answer here, I feel. I think there just has to be some other event that would cause it. But I don't know how they do it. I really, really don't. Honestly, if we could just get Banner back, that's really what I would like. I would just like normal Banner.
Yeah,
hanging
listen,
out.
some of my favorite stuff in the MCU has literally just been banter between Tony and Banner.
Yeah.
Like some of that stuff has been great. Now, there is a path I suppose they could take. You start off a story with somehow Hulk and Banner get separated again. I mean, not physically separated, but mentally separated, right? Banner is Banner, and then he turns into Hulk. Bah. And then maybe the heroes of Earth go, yeah, we can't have this because off the chain, that Hulk is way too dangerous. And they do something that goes wrong, and Hulk takes it the wrong way and decides, I'm going to wreck everybody. Okay, so you can't really follow the Planet Hulk to World War Hulk storyline as it is in the comics, and that's fine. No comic book movie has ever followed the comic purely, at least not in DC or the MCU. So you could maybe theoretically do that, but then that comes up to the problem that you were pointing out too, Ray, is that, well, now that movie isn't just some standalone movie. That's now an Avengers level movie because you have to because everybody has to be in that movie. You have to have everybody in it. You got to have Doctor Strange in it. You got to have Black Panther in it. You got to have Shang-Chi in it. You got to have, everybody who's in the MCU right now has got to be in it because that's who Hulk is taken out. And I just don't see how they do that right now.
You also run the risk of running your top heroes to the ground by having Hulk like smash them super badly. You know what I mean? So Hulk is other than from all the other heroes, he's a unique situation that, like Chris said, they have to be delicate with it and then like making sure it fits, because that's we run into that problem of a cinematic universe again. You know what I mean? You can't just do maybe they could do a standalone off of the cinematic universe Hulk movie. I don't know.
But
like
even that's still the universal
like
problem.
I think they could have elements of this happening in Secret Wars where when he's blipped to the whatever.
To Battle World.
He's separated from
yeah, you could use the Secret Wars to start laying the groundwork for a future Hulk project.
And even then after
That'd be fun.
he's still not repaired, and that could lead into something.
I was going to go very left field. Go, what if the Void gets detached from the Sentry?
Well,
that's the end of everything.
Daddy Day Hulk.
And gets up in that noggin.
Yeah.
And kill Scar.
Honestly, I know that's a really dark thing, but if he murders his own kid, I don't know how you come back from that, but
Well, because that would be, again, very different from the comic, but in the spirit of the comic, right? that, because listen, I haven't heard one person, and maybe they are out there, I just haven't heard from them personally, that saw Scar at the end of She-Hulk and goes, I'm interested in this character. I want to see what this bowl cut kid is going to do. I didn't hear one single person. But if the whole purpose of that kid is to die,
Okay.
to give Hulk a rage on, maybe that gives it a narrative. Maybe that's why they put Scar in there, just to give them the launching point of what makes Bruce lose it. Because it's not Nat anymore. They ditched on that romance way too soon, by the way. I thought
Absolutely.
I thought the Banner
Yeah.
Natasha romance could have been one of the best things they'd done.
Yep.
I still think one of the best lines in Marvel ever is in Age of Ultron when Black Widow's saying, and so I'm always meeting these guys eager to run into the fight, but then I meet this guy who runs away from the fight because he knows he'll win. I'm like, that is one of the best lines they've ever had in the MCU, and they totally crap the bed with it and just let it go.
I've heard that.
The other thing, if you kill off Scar, and I know you're not super into this idea, but Young Avengers, if he is hanging out with the Young Avengers and you have somebody that powered up get fridged, that adds like super fun, happy playtime for the teenagers, feels very, very legitimate. And oh shit, none of us are safe.
I'll tell you what, I'll do you one better.
Ooh.
Do that and have whatever it is kill all of the Young Avengers.
No, we're not killing all
Except
the kids.
for maybe Ms. Marvel, she survived. She was getting, Doritos at the store while all the Young Avengers are getting killed.
Yeah.
You
I'm on
want Kate
board.
Bishop dead?
With all the cats
Yes, I
too,
do.
huh?
Oh,
With
what
all
a
the
thing to
cats.
say.
Anne's going to disown me for saying that. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.